Welcome to We're Not Critics. We're both in hoodies because it's 19 degrees outside and we're recording from the coldest room in the house. But thankfully, knock on wood, the power's still on. Even though this is Texas, and it's been known to not have power during winter storms. So
I was going to say, luckily there's no snow yet.
There's no precipitation.
To kill everyone. Greg Abbott.
Yeah, Greg Abbott. So I've got my little gloves on, and I've got a little snort of Balcones whiskey. Just to, wet my whistle and keep me nice and warm. AJ's drinking water right in my ear. So
I can't hear it.
You can hear everything on this microphone. So we're about to watch episode 5 of The Golden Bachelor, which we realized was the next to last episode. And so far, Kathy's gone, a villain is gone, and Nancy kind of took herself out because she and Gary both realized that he just wasn't feeling it. And I feel like he's that way with most of the women. There's really not good chemistry with any of them,
but
really.
He has to keep...
Gotta keep
He can't just, as soon as he's like, I don't see it, get rid of him, so...
Somebody has felt that in Bachelor Nation. They've just been like, I'm not feeling it with anybody.
I assume this is a shorter season than most seasons. Like, I feel like it must be.
Because they're testing it out. It's gotta be.
Or because, I'm like, he's old, he's
gonna die soon. And they're getting rid of people.
Women.
They're getting rid of people more quickly because in episode 5 that we're about to watch, there are 3 roses left, but 6 women. So he's cutting half of them.
Or maybe it's usually like 5 weeks.
I don't know. We don't
watch this shit. Except now.
Now we're obsessed with this
hypocrites.
show. So let's get into Golden Bachelor episode 5.
But it's okay because they're old, and that makes it interesting.
It does make it interesting.
Hey, it's okay. Really.
Wow, that was fast.
Okay, so Leslie's crying, and he's comforting her. Oh, coming up on the Golden Bachelor. Okay.
They teasing us.
She's talking about her dead husband again. Well, we don't know if she has a dead husband.
You're tickling our emotional sack. What is this culty shit?
They have like a witch circle in the pool. Sandra's not playing.
You know why the younger generation doesn't appreciate all the games like hopscotch and all that stuff outside? They don't get their face out of their phone, so they don't know mahjong, they don't know canasta.
Bitch, my mom plays Candy Crush and she's around you guys' age. I'm not going to say
canasta. Like,
who plays canasta?
Who knows canasta anyway? Even the elder generation. Which...
Also, okay, when Blackberries and things first started becoming popular, I noticed it in the workplace most was older people were being rude and playing with their iPads and their iPhones and their Blackberries during work meetings. It was not the young people in their 20s and 30s with something to prove and afraid of getting fired. It was people in their 50s and 60s playing with their phones and their iPads.
I've heard it equivocated to, our dads used to sit around and read the newspaper. No one was allowed to bother him. And that's their newspaper.
That's kind of how it is. And, today we've spent a lot of time together because it's cold and it's Sunday, and we also had our moments where we sat next to each other with our phones, and it was just like, don't feel like talking to you, don't feel like talking to me, don't bother me, and then we were like, hey, hi, what's going on?
That sounds like such a weird way to interact with somebody. Like, you just realize they were there.
Maybe that's a sign of companionship, is that you can just sit there silently and search on your phone. And not feel the need to talk. I don't know.
Either way.
It's always going to be something. I'm Gen X. I'm a young Gen X. What are we going to be complaining about with young people?
Future note to self. Don't complain too much about the younger generation. Because we were all stupid. Even their generation. They're a bunch of idiots at some point.
Also, people know how to play games in pools. If this were like the 20-year-old ladies on The Bachelor, they'd be doing chicken fighting or something in the water. They'd be playing games.
You think people still don't know how to, play pool and throw darts and shit?
Yeah, we can play pool. We can throw darts, sort of.
We don't play pickleball, but...
I've tried pickleball. It's hard.
I'm sure it is, but we don't do it.
Hard on my knees.
Gary.
Next week is hometown. 3 of you ladies are going to be introducing Gary to your families.
And the other 3 will be meeting my mother. Jesse.
Yes, because mother's approval is very important for Jesse.
Yep. Jesse's gonna have multiple relationships to spin like plates on rods or whatever that thing is that people used to do at circus.
This is still our headcanon, is that Jesse's taking the leftovers.
Yeah, Jesse has his pick.
Yeah.
I'm very scared. I wanted to meet my family, my kids, my friends. It's been a really long time. But I desperately.
What if it's not so much Gary's judgment, but the family's judgment? Like, what if her kids hate him?
What? Well, I mean, there might be some of them that are like, you're really gonna take this guy that's been playing you behind 21 women's back? And they're like, but that's how the show works. Mom, he doesn't appreciate you.
Dad hasn't even been cold for 6 months.
What if it was like right before the show started?
When her husband died?
Yeah.
Maybe. She was like, I'm lonely. Let's.
It's like, well, he's dying. And then when she signed up for the show.
Well, it's like you search for a job while you still have a job. You search for your new job. So, maybe that's how this works. Anyway.
There is going to be one-on-one date. And there is going to be
Magical.
a really exciting group date as well.
That face.
That all sounds awful.
That
Then look
face.
at them. They're all like, oh, shit. What the hell are they going to do?
Face was perfect with it. Yeah, you try to make it sound nice, but...
Yeah, if I were there, I'd be rolling my eyes like, oh, magical once in a lifetime. What are you going to do there?
I'm tired of hanging out with these bitches.
I know.
That's how they all feel
I
about
hate
each
hanging
other.
out with people.
I really, really want a one-on-one.
I think it'll either be Sandra or the
because
Italian
then
one.
everything I think.
Who's leaving?
Who's getting the one-on-one.
Oh, I was going to say, he doesn't, like, they are fabulous women, Sandra and Susan.
He doesn't seem to connect with them.
No, zero chemistry, which is fine,
But he hasn't
better to
had
find.
them on a one-on-one.
No.
So I feel like it must be one of them.
And they're the most they have the most fun personalities.
Yeah? Well, the women left.
Yeah. So, but there's zero chemistry. It's like watching a movie where the actors don't have any chemistry, but this is magnified, where it's real people trying to connect, and it just doesn't work. It's like, stop trying to force this show to happen, because it's just not working. There's no match.
Faith.
Oh, thank God. She's so insecure she'll be talking about it the whole show.
You make my heart soar, Gary.
Oh, God.
He didn't write that.
It's hard to believe I'm this far into the adventure, and it is definitely working for me.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
a
it's working
critical
for
week,
you.
And that's really pivotal.
He finally seems
I'm
kind of
feeling
like a
pretty
Bond villain or
excited
something.
today because I have a one-on-one.
Because of his looks or just his demeanor?
Everything that happened in the last 20 seconds.
Of him driving that,
It's
whatever
really
that
working
vehicle
for
is.
me.
Yeah,
And
the
then
system is working for me.
the car he's driving, the whole, like, oh, let me just rip my sunglasses off and throw them back on. Like...
Yeah, it's... Well, part of me is like almost offended, but then I think, but it is this is all fake. This is a process. This is a show. And also, okay, I've done online dating, and that's all a fake process too. So I don't know whether to feel offended or just kind of like, well, just give up and accept it.
I mean, it's too late because we already
We've already invested in the show, and I love it.
in, like, this is what it is. You can't be like, whoa, I really wish The Bachelor would do it this way. What do you mean? This is the only way
I know, this is
that
just...
it exists.
It's like if you committed to watching a public execution, you're like, I just don't agree with this. It's like the heads fall off and it's messy, and you're like, but we're already here.
Can we go back to, like,
It's a
ropes
whole...
or guns?
It's
like,
a
what-
whole donkey ride home. And so with this one, I mean, I morally and ethically question the whole dating marriage element of reality TV. So I'm uncomfortable with that in general. So step back further, I have a problem with this kind of show, but oh well, we're watching it and I accept it.
I'm gonna go with... I'm not libertarian about many things, but this I think I am.
How?
Like, they signed up for it.
Yeah.
It's one thing when, like, they signed up for it is used for coercing people in...
Oh, like a medical trial where they weren't given all the truth or something.
Or... poor people, test dummies, whatever,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
things like that. Like, not Hunger Games, well, yeah, Hunger Games, but like Squid Games. There's
Yeah.
that version of, like, well, they asked for it, or whatever.
Yeah, but they were
which
desperate.
is evil. But then this is kind of like, look, they're all adults. They're all within their right minds. They want to be on this trashy TV show.
It's just the whole, I'm falling in love. No, you're not. Can you fall in love quickly? Yes. But it's so fabricated. But whatever. Here we are.
She's a woman who's exciting and vivacious and gorgeous and is always smiling. And it's like, this.
I'm sorry, Gary. Does a woman always have to be smiling?
Maybe he can just appreciate that about her personality. It doesn't have to be a thing.
Am I exciting and vivacious in my hoodie and my homemade gloves?
You make them sound like you made them.
I did. My mom made them.
Yeah.
My homemade gloves my mom made at home.
Good. I'm just saying, give credit where it's due.
Oh, I see. You're taking mom's side. Okay. But am I exciting and vivacious? It's okay to say no because that's the answer.
Neither one of us is exciting right now.
Or vivacious.
It's cold and it sucks outside.
We have to drip all the
My
faucets
feet
constantly.
are cold right now.
I told you this is the coldest room in the house. I'm wearing my warmest socks.
But
okay, so vivacious Faith. Let's see what the date is like.
What if, just for fun, the group date, he put them on, like, through the worst possible things that he could put them through. Like, this could probably be a movie. And at the end of the date, they find out that all these terrible things that they've watched, death and had to climb up mountains or something and, like, play a game where they could have lost a limb. I don't know. Mountains of debt. And he did all of it just to see what kind of person they really were.
Well, it's like that Twitter thing I saw one time. Well, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I saw a screenshot of it on Instagram because I'm old. But it was somebody was saying instead of going on out to dinner or a movie, just take somebody on a date just to see how you do with regular errands like picking up dry cleaning, going to the grocery store, dealing with a home repair. That's when you see the person's true colors. Okay, so he's meeting with Faith.
That Faith does have feelings for me. It's just in that connection, is it something that will grow and blossom? Or is it something that maybe has maxed out at this point?
That's fair.
I know, right?
Fair, but also kind of hard
Faith
to tell
is the big question mark.
at this point.
Did you ever do the online thing?
I did.
It was hard, right? I don't like it.
What if he was just like, Faith, look, I'm driving. And then he just didn't say anything else after. He just gave her a look.
Oh.
And then she... Okay. And then the rest of the date, he's all sunshine and rainbows. But...
Red flags, red flags.
You should know. Now you should know what we're
Oh,
doing.
helicopter, no.
Mm-mm.
All right, here we go.
But I think that one, the door's closed, so maybe.
Well, at least he's not like, hey, get in. And then he gets in the driver's seat.
Oh, God.
Helicopter.
Like
Sandra's
Sandra
just
getting in the front of the shot.
She's just not about...
She was probably just stood up and they're like, you have to get in front of the camera.
Gary's been a
Oh, they saw us. They were making out. They didn't see a thing.
I think it's hard.
Gary sure likes his kissing. He's making out with Faith in the helicopter.
It just... All these women that, like, look sad in front of the camera every time they think of him with one of the other ones. Like,
That's how the show
That's
works.
what you got into.
It's
Did
not like he's cheating on you or something after 40 years. Or
And they actually watched the other series.
You know
at
how the
some
show
point,
works.
so they know. It's like, well, you know, up
you know
until
what
the end.
You know what you signed up for.
For women our age, to meet someone like that is really hard. I don't want to get my heart broken again.
Are you falling for him because you really have a connection, or is it because most guys his age are dead, or like it's
Or not in
it's
great
slim pickings?
places.
It's slim pickings, so you fall faster and harder.
Yeah.
Do what I do, date younger.
I wonder if this idea. This idea must have been made by a man.
Of course, it was made by a man. You think a woman would make this up?
Maybe, but I don't know. It's kind of like, well, who designed women's clothing to not have pockets? Like men. Oh, well, that's okay. Fair argument.
Because if we can't carry our stuff, we can't run away.
But now you have a purse you could hit somebody with.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay, how's a helicopter ride once in a lifetime? I mean, I get it, but also
I mean,
they do this on all the reality
if
shows.
I was on a helicopter, it'd be the only time in my lifetime I would do it.
That's true.
Flying
like,
over the
you
clouds,
hoodwinked me
Gary
into
and I
this.
are.
We are in the middle of the skyscrapers.
No.
The freaky thing is that they're allowed to fly that thing around buildings.
I know.
That should be illegal.
I mean, after
Unless it's
9/11,
like-
it kind of was.
Unless it's like a
like a newscopter?
Yeah, if it
Or
has
the
something to
police
do
or
with
something?
business of some kind.
Or the police, or a care
But
flight.
no, there should not be like a personal use of any kind.
No, okay, unless you're chasing a criminal or you're flying somebody to the hospital.
I just don't trust these
If you're Tony Stark, you don't need to be flying your helicopter around the city.
Well, if you have a sneeze attack, and you
Which
just ever so lightly move a little bit to the left,
Put off, it's not.
and
staying
then
on.
you just whoosh, straight into a building.
Yeah, that's what would happen to me, because when I sneeze like 8 times in a row.
I am terrified to think of landing on this boat because from way up there,
How do you think the people on the boat feel?
Oh, I sure hope they come in soft.
Yeah, no. I don't know how helicopters land, but planes are always like bonk. That's the I love flying, but that's always the part that I hate forever is when the wheels touch down and you're like ah, it's that jarring
And he just
sensation.
vaguely gets close to the boat and smacks it. I thought it was like a video game where you get close and you just settle.
You just kind of magically settle onto it.
Yeah. Why do they look so slow? How is that possible?
Do you want a helicopter coming in fast to the
But
ground?
why? How? No, just the blades. How do the blades look so slow?
And still hovering?
And they're still.
I don't know, but I mean, what's impressive to me are those Navy ships where they fly the planes onto it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's to me and you, and the day of a lifetime.
so happy.
I'm glad you're here.
You know, we had a comment from somebody who said Gary was super fake and said some not so nice things, and I don't know if this person knows him personally or if they've seen the ending of the show and have some feelings about it, or if they were on the show, but he does really follow the script, and so none of this seems sincere to me.
Yeah.
At first I thought, oh, he's a really nice guy, but he's also a really good
Salesman.
He's a good performer, he's a good salesman.
He's a little too chipper all the time.
Well, and just, making somebody feel special where they put their hand on you and they look at you and they use your name, AJ, and they make you...
But I don't like it. Maybe he was
AJ, this time is really important.
Maybe he was a player before his wife met him in the beginning.
Well,
I think they were
they were high school sweethearts.
That
Was
doesn't
he a
mean
player at like 13?
That doesn't mean he couldn't have a past.
In junior high, maybe. Or they said he dated it since she had died, so maybe he honed
picked up
his,
some
lady
and
killing
tips.
skills. So let's see how this once in a lifetime date goes. Now they're drinking alcohol on the boat, and she's wearing heels, and what if she just wobbles over the side?
Once in a lifetime.
Look around the
'Cause you die at the
scenery
end.
Turns
is
out that's the last
awesome.
part.
The helicopter ride, the yacht. I mean, how do you put into words the feeling that surrounds all of that?
I don't know why it's this episode where I'm feeling off about him.
At
Yeah.
this moment, I don't think anything could be better than what I'm experiencing right now.
Like every other episode, I've been fine. They're all on the show. It's all gonna be a little, awkward. He's kind of dopey. But now I'm suddenly feeling like this guy might be evil.
It is.
I don't know why.
Is it because he seems a little smoother than his usual derpy self?
I guess.
Like you said, he was giving Bond villain vibes at the beginning.
And he doesn't seem, I don't know, he doesn't seem as worried. Like before, he actually seemed genuinely worried about how he was making everybody feel and like
hurting feelings and breaking hearts.
And now he's just like, I'm just settling into all this opulence or whatever.
I'm gonna kiss this woman over here. I'm gonna kiss this woman over here. I'm gonna get some free food. I'm gonna get to drive a sweet car.
I can't wait until they all come back and sit down and talk shit
Oh
about
god,
it.
that's gonna be amazing. Okay, 2 more episodes.
I feel like right from the first day we had a little something, and I don't know what that is.
It's the warm, soft look in your eyes. Are you kidding? It's like, it's that right there.
That's what I thought it was from you too.
Okay, we've been together for a number of years, and we're both just sitting here cringing like, ugh, gross. Ugh.
Well, whatever this is.
I mean...
He's just... Maybe it's because he at this point, it almost seems like he's selling to her that this is it, she's the one.
Kind of.
Like, he seems all in on her.
He's
on
love
this
bombing
date.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been in those situations. You're so beautiful. You're so perfect for me. And sometimes I've been dumb and I've fallen for it and it never ends well. Or other times it's made me really uncomfortable. It's just like, okay, thank you. I'm pretty good. Shut up. I'm not obviously right now. But sometimes I can look okay. So it makes me uncomfortable and it's not like I can't take a compliment or I don't have self-confidence. Yeah, I know what I look like, but it's also, give it a rest. You've said it once. Can we talk about other things?
Yeah. Or I don't know.
It's this warm look in your... Yeah, but he's really, like, you're right. He's selling the dream or whatever it is he's selling.
Are you kidding? What are you talking about? All that, like...
What
are you talking
what if
about,
he said
Gary?
that she's just like, shut the fuck up. Can we just eat this charcuterie board? I'm starving.
I'm tired of your ass.
Just pushes
Let's
him off
eat
the
this
boat.
adult Lunchable together, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what charcuterie boards are.
Yep.
What it appears to me that you bring to the table is something I've never experienced, And
I appreciate that Faith said it appears to me what you bring to the table. I've noticed in the past they've all been very careful with how they word things. Like Ellen, I think in a previous episode said, I feel like I might be falling for him. Now they're kind of like, I'm falling in love with him, but they've been careful to say... Some of them. Some of them are just like, oh my god, I have feelings for him immediately. But I appreciate that about Faith is that she has some caution in front of her.
Yeah, maybe she's like aware. She's like, I'm gonna fall for some of this. Because that's what I usually do, but I'll just keep a foot out of the loop. Just ready to step away if I need.
If there's ever a time to practice that, maybe it is a reality show where everything is fabricated. So it's like, you're going to get love bombed. They're going to play you. It's going to be more romantic than you could have in your normal life. So maybe a healthy sense of detachment is what it takes to be successful. And it would be funny because you'd be like, I really don't have feelings for this person. I was told we were going to some restaurants, so it would be nice. And they're like, you get the final rose. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I want one person.
How much money do I get for this couple of weeks I missed work?
I want one person to show up here and just flat out be there for the amenities and everything.
Yeah. I was told we were taking pictures
I'll stay as long as I need to stay. Or as long as I can stay. I'll just hang around until he kicks me out. And for some reason he just keeps bringing you back.
Well, it's always like when you don't want something, that's when it appears, or you're not interested in somebody and that's when they chase you, or... It's not even playing hard to get, it's just being detached and not caring. And so you exude this confidence, and then people fall in love with that.
Just an asshole to him. And he just refused to let it go. He just kept falling, trying to get their affection.
What kind of mommy issues do you have, Gary? Okay, let's hear some more bullshit that he's laying on Faith.
And I'm going to be honest, things that I've shared with people and letting myself be that vulnerable to someone and then have them throw it back in my face or make me feel bad, about who I am.
That'll never happen with me.
Okay, don't make a promise you can't keep, but I also remember on an earlier episode, Faith was saying, have you ever been in a situation where they're really into you and then they're not? And that stuck with me because, yes. So I can feel her hurt and vulnerability right now. So this is making me like, I don't know what I want for you, Faith. I either want this to work out with Gary, or if this is all fake, run, get away from him, go find the right person for you. Go back to that beautiful house in the desert.
Yeah.
With your horses and your pool, and who needs a man? Seriously, if I could have a house like that, bye. If I had to choose, if you had to choose.
Between her home and him?
Between her home and me.
Oh. Isn't it in Montana or something?
I don't know where it is. I wouldn't even be mad.
Yeah. It'd be a difficult choice.
Tax-free, everything's covered. People take care of the horses for you. People take care of the house for you. You got the mountains right in the background.
I don't even want the horses. What am I, Rambo? I need horses to get away from...
Yes, it's Rambo 5.
Ugh.
I'm choosing the house.
Well, whatever.
Okay. I thought you were going to say you choose the house. Aw.
I really like that house, but...
But you like me more?
I felt like I was only attracted to her because of the physicality. But after the time with her today, it's like, that's unimportant.
I didn't know hot women could be interesting and smart and
thoughtful. That comes off weird. Like, that's...
Yeah, Gary, she sang a song. Like, I thought he was... At first, okay, he said he... Does he count the musical talent as physicality?
I don't know. Okay, if we're throwing him a bone, best case scenario, he meant the surface stuff.
Yeah.
In general.
Which, I mean, we're all like that. We get attracted to the things we see immediately, and then we get to know that person.
But if you don't want to throw him a bone and you want to take him at exactly his words, not the best words, but I just thought I was, kind of randy for her. Turns out she's actually a person.
All right.
Important now, and this
Oh,
is
he's got
the
a rose for
first
her.
rose that means a hometown date.
He wants to go to that house.
You're as beautiful as this rose. And will you accept this rose?
What if she's just like, nah? You're a player.
I almost expected that for her to be like, I don't know.
I don't want to get my heart broken again. Bye.
Being here with Gary is like
She just dives off the boat.
a fairy tale I couldn't even begin to describe.
Gary, don't make
So,
noises
yeah,
like that.
Don't make noises like that, Gary.
This
Ugh.
guy. How crazy is that?
He's got a lion inked on his arm. And it's all faded. It looks like John Kreese's tattoo. What's the story behind that ink, Gary?
Lion karate.
Maybe. Okay.
Really
Lion Kai.
amazing. I think she could
I'm
be
wearing
the
my
one.
Cobra Kai sweatshirt.
Are we excited about our group date tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Put on a break
So
face
I
and
was
do it.
thinking
Yeah.
a ride on the water in a yacht. Like,
You mean like what he's already doing with Faith, Susan?
Okay, if
What
any-
if they just go to Applebee's or something?
God.
It's the group. Like, we ran out of budget because we had the once-in-a-lifetime date. We're going to Applebee's.
if you've seen, season 11 of MasterChef, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
we ran
like-
out of money.
They ran out of money because they sent everybody to England in the previous season.
Because it was the big, finale season, and they're like, oh, we're
Doing one more. Oh, crap. It's like at work if you're like, oh, you were supposed to give this presentation today. Oh, shit.
So we
And you just-
decided not to fly any of your family in. Sorry.
Yep. It's just going to be these bright lights in the studio, and the camera guys are hanging out. They're going to taste some of your food, and
Okay, I realized. The woman who's kind of like, I'm here for the show, but I'm detached, I'm gonna whatever, I don't care. Susan,
yeah.
Susan's the one.
Because she gets to wear fabulous outfits. She was looking pretty good in that bikini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I want a body like that. I want a body like that now.
I'm surprised how no offense or anything, but I didn't
know she looked that good.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
So Queen Susan is just living her best life. So
She's doing people's hair, which is just what she enjoys, and making food for
cooking
everybody.
Italian sausage at 6 a.m. So I think I'd rather, if I were on the show, I'd just be like, can we just? It's like a Thelma and Louise thing. Let's scram and go have like our best friend lives together. I want to run off with Susan because zero chemistry with Gary. She's too much woman for Gary.
ABC, Golden Girls, 3 of these women.
Oh, okay. Susan, Sandra, and
Do we want to bring one back?
that's what I was thinking. Well, Teresa would kind of be the Betty White type of character.
Like, she seems very sweet, but she's...
Might have a little bit of sauce in her.
I feel like Sandra fills that role better.
Yeah.
So, there's... Let's see.
Oh, the crazy one, April.
The one
therapist.
with the chickens?
The one with the bad plastic surgery.
Yes, she would be a good one. Because she would be out with
She would
her,
be the she
her
would
boy
be
toys
she
all
would be
the time.
the Blanche of our new our Golden Girls reboot. Okay, we've decided April, Susan, and Sandra. I guess we could have a fourth. We could have Teresa.
Yes.
As the sweet innocent Betty White character.
And you could do it either way. You could script it and have these women who probably have no acting talent just do it, which would probably be funny.
Nah.
Or you could reality show it like the Bunny House or whatever the fuck.
Oh, the Girls Next Door,
Yeah.
the Playboy
Yeah.
bunnies, yeah.
One of those two, ABC, jump on it.
We flew all over gorgeous California. All of a sudden, I see this gorgeous yacht
Go.
out there in the middle of the ocean.
Show Susan's face.
That was
She's
my
like, "Shit."
dream.
That was my dream.
Faith came back on cloud 9, but it's like, don't give those details. You're not that special, girlfriend.
Is
We had
Kathy's
time on the boat with
ghost
this-
seeping in to...
Is Ellen trying to be the new Kathy? Because she cannot match up.
No. Although I like when Ellen talks trash.
Yeah.
Especially with her accent.
With her East Coast accent.
It's
yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
All right, you're done.
Is she Trump now?
You're done.
We won't be using a man like Secretary
Gary. Teresa, you fired.
We were at the Santa Monica Pier
Santa
for
Monica
our
Pier,
final
okay.
group date.
So Susan wanted a yacht, and they're getting crappy carnival rides. Awesome.
perfect time. We're coming up on hometowns, so there's a lot at stake tonight, but I want you to remember, we're gonna have fun, all right?
What if one of them grew up as the oldest sibling and just started bullying the shit out of the other ones?
Oh.
This is my inner child. I was a dick. But this is what he wants, so I don't even like it. I hate being my inner child.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Like, I hate being my inner child. I was an asshole when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But he wants my inner child.
Okay,
so.
I thought I got all that out with therapy.
Like,
but
hey,
I guess...
Gary, what's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok! It's like, I don't like it, but...
It's my inner child. His derpy
Gary's
voice.
too much.
Whoa,
It's tough to be on a date with a lot of other girls.
Gee, Wilbur.
It's been hard because I've had to step back and watch other women
I was
go
thinking
on
it was
dates
Red.
with. I'm really falling in love with you, Gary.
Oh.
And I think
Did you see that moment? He was like, "Aw, oh,
I'm
that's."
saying, oh.
It wasn't like, "Oh, wow, that really touches my heart." It was like, "Aw."
Now, Teresa's the one that is all in, and she doesn't even realize
She's
it.
been like this from the beginning.
Like,
She
dangerously all
she
in.
falls hard and fast, and so he was scrambling. You could see he was just like, "Oh,
so nice of you
I
to
could.
say."
It's possible for me to feel that way too."
What she started to call, like, are you not going to say anything? It's like, look, I'm contractually obligated to keep it on the down low.
Maybe he like can't say things like "I'm falling in love with you too," or. Like,
I mean, they might be in his ear and be like, hey, we need
cool it.
ambiguity.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but it's kind of like, I love you, I know.
I do too. You love me too? No, I love me.
I
Yeah.
also love me. Wow, I'm so glad we're on the same page.
I'm so awesome.
Okay, let's see more of this awkwardness.
I would go on any roller coaster for you.
come
I would eat
on.
any. Oh God.
He's treating her like a little dog that just keeps coming after you. You're like, oh,
I
you're
think
so
tonight is going
sweet.
perfectly for me. I got to say all the things I wanted to say to him.
Oh.
No, you
I
didn't, because he
say
keeps
it,
shutting
but
you
it felt
guys up
like
with a
he felt
kiss.
the same way. It'll
When
be
they
worth
get
the
talking
wait
too much,
when
he
can
does that.
finally
Yes, he
tell
does.
me.
She is the picture of safety and security. She's just such a sweet person.
That's why he would pick her over Susan. He said it. She's the picture of safety and security. Which is true. Teresa is safe and she's sweet and nice.
And he's boring.
And he is
Which is
boring.
fine.
Which is fine. We're boring.
He's 65 or whatever.
No, he's 72.
He's 72. Okay. Yeah, I should remember that because that's her dad's age.
Yeah, I know.
He's 72. It's fine for him to just be like, I just want to, like, chill out and have fun, but not too much fun. Not dangerous fun. Just...
Susan's the type who would be like, let's go skydiving.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or she might not even come up with it, but if someone offers her some shit, she's gonna go do it.
Yeah.
Or if...
Let's do some math together. Okay.
I was thinking, like, what if a nephew of hers gets in a little bit of trouble, or a second cousin that she's known since he was really little, and he gets in trouble with some...
Little Vinny got picked up by the cops?
Yeah, some mobsters or the cops or something, and she's like, I'm gonna go fuck some people up right now. She takes out her lead
in?
pipe.
You in on this?
And then she goes out. She's
Or
like,
do I have to leave you at home with Kat?
but we can have a whole movie of just that.
Yeah. We just need more of Susan.
Yeah, Susan's
awesome.
She has slowly become the best part of the show, just in the background being chill.
She's my favorite person from this show. Like, she is who I want to be friend. Like, I wouldn't want her as, like, a mother or a grandmother, but, like, my cool aunt. Because I'm an aunt, and so I know you play with them, and then you don't have to deal with all the yucky parent stuff. You just do the fun stuff. So I want her to be my fun aunt.
You don't have to put the world on their shoulders, so you can just hang out with them.
Yeah.
So.
Gary.
I have a few bruises from our one-on-one date. Did you?
Yes, I did.
In odd places?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. How did that? I don't get it.
Yes, Gary, my nutsack was also bruised from the ATVs that we rode. You think she's going to come across as desperate like Teresa?
Probably.
Oh,
And
I feel
he might break it to her here, and she's gonna freak out and leave.
Yeah, I have blocked out most of my embarrassing dating history and the dumb choices and I acted like a damn fool. And you get desperate and needy and panicky for people who don't care about you. It's not worth it. So I'm just like, I'm embarrassed secondhand for her and for me of how she might act. But she might be fine. She's more mature. She's older than I am. She's more mature than I am. So we'll see.
I have been cheated on many times. And so,
That kind of hits home.
it does, but you're not doing anything wrong.
Okay, she's being honest about her baggage. Okay.
Hey,
that's all right.
It's okay.
What if he was all on board to keep her, and then this happened? He's like, I don't know.
I want the rose. I really feel it.
Yeah.
So
So does Vicky. And
I'm
so does
just,
that
it's
one.
right.
Somebody's
four
gonna
of us.
cry.
Somebody's gonna cry. It's gonna be one of us.
But not Queen Susan, because she's already, she knows probably, and she's just
She might get one. And she'll be
because
fine.
she'll miss her girlfriends. She won't even miss Gary. She's already off to her next adventure.
I miss all this free shit I was getting.
Getting free meals. I got to stay in a mansion. There's the pool. I have to go back to my shitty grandkids.
I mean, I love them, but they're
They're
shit.
they're little assholes. So yeah, she is just finally. She has been emotionally detached from day one.
Yeah,
she's just doing this for fun. This is
in
going to be an
control.
episode like 10 years from now. She's going to be like, oh hey, that episode I was on, and calling her friends, and she's living in a penthouse in Las Vegas or whatever.
I can't wait to have my children, my best friend Roberta. I know that they would adore you as much as I do.
That touches me deeply to hear you say that. I feel it so much.
He sounds like a therapist when they say, well, thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
What's coming up for you when you say things like that?
He's.
It's obviously fake. Like,
This is. Okay,
I mean, I always thought he seemed nice before, but now it seems so fake. Like, he's trying to be nice about it.
At least with this one, he seems genuinely uncomfortable.
Yeah, 'cause
like
you
it's
can
hard
hear
for
that-
him to.
You can hear that positive voice, like, I feel
The strong feelings.
strong feelings for you as
the
well.
strong feelings.
Yeah, he's scrambling in the moment.
Like you can't even get control of your grammar right now because you're so
and
like.
he's been very careful not to say, I feel the same way, or I also feel that way.
Which, yeah, part of me is thinking like noticing it that much more that maybe it is a producer thing.
Oh, it's gotta
like,
be.
hey, you're not allowed to agree with these things.
Even if you do feel that way about a certain
can't
someone,
agree.
you can't.
You're giving the game away. And
Yeah, we gotta keep people guessing.
We gotta edit all this shit.
This is weird, but it's like when they made the changes in the Catholic Church recently about the wording of things, because it's like, oh, this is closer to the Latin translation. So at the beginning, the priest would always say, peace be with you. And we would say, and always with you. And now it's like, and with your spirit. So it's kind of like you're not saying, and also with you. It's like, and with your spirit. It's a little more hands-off. And so he's kind of the same way, like, peace be with you, Gary, and with your spirit.
Instead of.
And also with you. Yeah.
Instead
of
may
committing
the force
to,
be with you, it's like, may
and
the force carry your luggage.
Yeah, it's not like, may the force be with you, and also with you. It's like, and with your spirit over there. I was raised Catholic.
It does sound like you made it up on the spot.
Yeah.
And with your spirit also.
Yes, I hope there's peace in your heart. Make it awkward for the priest and just keep looking at him like, are we going to do this or what?
I'm falling in love with him, and I think I might even be in love with him. I just hope he's feeling the same way.
He doesn't, though.
I feel like my heart's going to explode either from
I think she already
happiness
knows.
or it's going to explode from emotional breakdown.
Scared.
Really falling in love with Susan. God. I haven't felt this in so long. I can't even.
And Susan can be ejected because she doesn't
If I don't
feel
get
the
the
same.
rose tonight, I'll be
I love
devastated.
Susan. He should pick Susan because she has the most chill.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't have chemistry, you don't have chemistry.
Now, Susan would leave him.
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
And not maliciously. She'd just be like, look, you bore me. I don't... Which is fine. I love you. You go do you. Call up that Teresa girl. I'm
She
gone.
seemed nice. She seemed safe.
I ain't safe, Gary.
Finally,
There
can we do this
are
rose?
5 incredible women that
gonna get
have
it?
expressed feelings for me, and I have to
Teresa.
choose 2
Yeah.
with the 2 roses I have left.
He sat in that little squished up love seat in between Teresa and Susan, and poor Ellen is sitting there on this giant bench. He could have sat next to her, but he's like squeezing in between these two women, like down to the last drop. Gary's a ladies' man.
I need to have...
It's so awkward.
I need to touch elbows with feminine beauty at all times.
And poor Ellen's just sitting there, just desperate. Oh, poor Ellen.
It's not something I can do. If
What?
I go one more day and I can have a little bit of clarity, then I'll take the day.
I thought at first he was gonna like. Wouldn't it be? He just.
What if he walked off?
I thought it was gonna be obvious because he was sitting right next to Teresa. Because wouldn't that be sad if he or like if he sat next to Ellen and he's like reaches across her, Teresa, will you accept this rose?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if that was planned or not, but I can respect that.
It's nicer than. Like, this is. Maybe he just felt the pressure. He's like, I already know who I'm picking. But this is so.
It's gonna be an awkward ride in the
Yeah,
SUV
like-
back to the mansion. Let's just not ruin this night anymore. Who's it gonna be?
I'm thinking Faith and Teresa.
Well, he already picked Faith. Faith already has a rose.
Leslie and Teresa.
Leslie. Okay, good. Leslie cannot.
I was confused.
Freak
Faith
out.
and Leslie.
Ladies,
What's
Jesse's
up,
like,
Jesse?
I'm cleaning up tonight.
Just comes and sidles up at the right moment, ladies.
He leans in and whispers to Gary, "Thanks for waiting another night, man. This way I can take all 3 of them."
He slips him like $50.
I mean, if you had cut one last night, that's not how it works, but you know.
Teresa?
Yep. Bye, Ellen.
Oh my God.
Sandra didn't care. She's smiling.
Susan, Sandra, and Ellen, I am so sorry.
He's acting like someone died. I'm so sorry to have to tell you.
He has to, like, get the mood right.
He needs to have
so
a
he
hat
can-
on so he can come to the door and take it off. Ma'am, I'm afraid I have to tell you that tonight's your lucky night.
Do you think those roses are fake?
I don't know.
Because it looked like she just put a hand on each woman on each side. And like, what if you caught somebody with one of them
I'm
thorns?
sure that you can slice the thorns off.
Yeah, but I mean.
What if they didn't, though? Like, can you
She's like,
deal?
"Oh, shit."
Love is pain. Ow, thorns. Fox. Bye, Queen Susan. We will always remember you. I wish she'd had one more cursing. She's like, now fuck off.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, fuck you, Gary. Thank you.
Thanks,
But-
Toodles.
Fuck you, though.
You're the best.
She is the best. By the most fun person of the show.
Yeah.
In a good way. Kathy was the most fun in a different way.
Sorry. Can I walk you out?
Sure.
What if the other women are still standing there, though?
Love you guys.
Like, they're still waiting for the car, and they gotta listen to him comfort her.
What if, okay, the 3 that have the roses, what if they're like, what if he changes his mind midstream and he walks out and he's like having second thoughts and he's like, you're the woman I want to be with.
He just comes out and he looks at all 3 of them and yoink! And he pulls
Teresa,
one,
you're out.
Pulls one out of their hands.
Give me that. And then she's like, ow, thorns.
Many a bloody hand were made this night.
Ugh. Oh, I like that. It's very poetic, very Shakespearean.
I hope you stay positive because that's you.
I appreciate what he's doing, but it doesn't help in the moment. It doesn't make you feel any better.
I gotta go.
Yeah, fuck off, Carrie. She didn't even want to touch him, look at him
No,
right now.
she's
Poor
like-
Ellen. Just go away, Gary. You're making it worse. Bye. Go away. Oh my god, Gary, fuck off. Stop messing with my girl, Ellen.
Do they have to have a cameraman in the back of that van?
Gosh. Oh, I hate this for her.
I'm gonna ride to the airport with you. Just,
Did they already have her bag packed?
I assume they all had their bags
It
packed
was really
anyway.
a shock.
You better not hurt my glamour.
It's very intimidating.
Did he just say Did he just say you better not hurt my grandma?
Yeah, grandma.
My grandma? Does he smoke cigarettes?
He smokes cigarettes.
We can't explain that joke. Let us continue.
What kind of bad things do you do?
I don't listen to my grandmother, and I hurt people, and I smoke with cigarettes.
Honestly, I have no idea how I'm going to decide.
Obviously, it's Faith. The house. Come on. Okay. Actually, listen.
Absolutely. Stay out of my boobs.
Okay, so who do you think it's gonna be?
I think better not to guess.
I think better not as well because we have both possibly been exposed to a spoiler.
Yeah,
So who
Damn
would
it.
I choose if I were Gary? Faith, because that house, she got horses, she got a pool, she got a beautiful
Well,
mountain vista.
He already got rid of the best one, so.
I know.
Nah.
Who do you think he has the most chemistry with out of Leslie, Faith, and Teresa?
Right now, I actually think Leslie's at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then Faith, and then Teresa, or Teresa, then Faith. Teresa and Faith are pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, that first date with Teresa, they seem to hit it off. Vibe, yeah. So, Teresa is sweet, and like he said, she's safe and secure. She's a safe choice.
Yeah.
So, with Leslie and Faith, and I hate that I'm saying this, you're getting some baggage, which is, I mean, we all have baggage, so I wouldn't want to hold that against somebody.
I mean, Teresa might just cover it up better.
Yeah. So, that didn't come out the way I wanted to say it to you, because I don't mean that in a disparaging way, but it's they've both had some they've both had harder times than Teresa, so
they're probably more aware of their
which that might scare somebody like Gary off. I don't know, which is not their fault.
It's like, oh no, they know how they feel.
No, they're aware of their feelings and they talk about them. And Teresa's meanwhile just like, I love you, please let me back. I like Teresa, she's sweet, but that's how she comes across.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
Whatever.
We'll see on the next episode of The Golden Bachelor. So if you want to follow us, we are on Instagram at We're Not Critics, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. We're Not Critics. Please, warm weather, come soon.
That's it. Fuck you, Greg Gabbett.
Don't stop believing.